Live on your morning news now at 8:30 on Spectrum News. Dads, grandfathers, mentors across the country are participating in the Million Father March today. A look at the event and how it's impacting students right here in the Triad. Plus, 2 possible cases of mumps at Elon University. What the university is doing to prevent an outbreak. And the person at the center of a declassified whistleblower report about President Donald Trump's call with Ukraine's leader says they want to testify before Congress. We'll detail the latest on the complaint and what could be next. Good morning. It's 8:31 right now on this Friday, September 27th. Thanks for being with us. I'm Justin Quisenberry.
And I'm meteorologist Ariella Scalise. And you know, I love my job. This is my dream job since 5th grade. Yeah. And I've accomplished it, but now I think I have another job on
Now that you've accomplished this, you're ready to move on to what?
Well, I think I could do both at the same time. This is a garlic knot tester, or garlic, what is it called?
I think I heard that it was a garlic bread taste tester.
Garlic bread. I call them
Domino's.
Yeah, I call them garlic knots.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, at Domino's, a branch in Australia, here we go, talking about Australia again, is looking for one. And that person gets to taste and critique the garlic bread.
Huh, how about that? Well, what we understand is that Domino's will pay them $20 an hour and throw in free pizza for lunch. All right, so applicants have to fill out a survey and explain why they are the best pick for the job in 200 words or less. Oh, well, there you go. You're not going to be able to do this.
Or a 30-second
video. Or a 30-second video. Neither one of those are possible. It takes you 4 minutes to get around to doing the weather forecast.
Right.
But we love you around here, and we don't want you to leave for this job anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Of course, this job, as you mentioned, is in Australia.
It's in Australia, I see now.
You can do it on your honeymoon if you choose to go there on your honeymoon.
Right. Gosh, I feel like I wouldn't come back. This is a more prestigious job. Nothing against the folks that are going to be trying out for the garlic knot, garlic bread. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? Yeah, garlic bread is different. I like a garlic knot. It's like the bread's all tied up and the garlic. So does this mean you're not going to go for it after all? You know what? I'll stay. I'll stay here.
Great.
Everybody, everyone can take a breath. I'm staying. Definitely staying. But yeah, that sounds delicious. Now I'm in the mood for pizza and garlic knots.
Never too early.
Yeah, that's true. You can definitely have pizza for breakfast. 69 degrees right now in Greensboro, 73 in Ashburn. Just a little fun this morning, a little food talk as you're probably eating breakfast, maybe already thinking about lunch, though that's usually what I do. 64 in North Wilkesboro right now, 72 in Burlington, and 67 right now in Reedsville. Heading into the afternoon, 86, so not as hot as it was yesterday, but it is still muggy, and we still have this stalled front that we're going to deal with that could spark up an isolated shower or storm later today, and then very humid as we head into Saturday, and also the chance for an afternoon shower or storm, a high of 88. So pretty warm this afternoon and pretty mild as we head into this evening, and muggy and hot over the weekend, not the combination that we're looking for. We'll have a closer look at the 3-day forecast coming up at 8:41.
All right, thank you very much. Father figures across the country walk their children to school today. Spectrum News reporter Kaylee Peterson joins us now to tell us about the Million Fathers March and how it's impacting students right here in the Triad. Kaylee, good morning.
Justin, good morning. Fathers from all over walked their kids here to Faulkner Elementary today to take part in the Million Fathers March. Joining me is the social worker here and one of the organizers for this event. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me, Kelly.
Now, tell me a little bit about what this march is.
The march is a national initiative for male involvement. Father figures in any type of male it's involved in the child's education.
How important is it for these father figures, male role models, to be involved in these students' education? Extremely
important. So we're not just talking academically, but the social emotional reach of a child. When a child has the confidence that he's receiving from that father figure, it goes a long way.
And you guys also took part in a little bit of an affirmation this morning where some of the fathers told their kids why they're proud of them. Tell me about that and how that will affect kids long term.
Profound impact on a child. When a child can hear their father or father figures say, "I'm proud of you because." And when they hear it from the dad, and what's also important, that other children are hearing their dad say it to them how proud they are. It builds their confidence, builds their esteem. It gives them the opportunity or the energy, the motivation to continue working hard in school.
All right, well, thanks so much for joining us. Those 30 or so fathers just took an oath to stay involved in their child's education. And again, they'll be doing another one of these marches in the second semester. In Greensboro, Kaylee Peterson, Spectrum News.
Time now 8:35. A Confederate flag flies across the street from a Pittsburgh middle school. A mother called Spectrum News when she saw the flag yesterday evening. Our photojournalist spotted stickers on the flagpole from a pro-Confederate organization from Virginia. Now, we've reached out to local and county law enforcement, but no one has commented yet. Last month, Chatham County Commissioners voted to remove a Confederate monument from the courthouse grounds in Pittsburgh. Now, while some applauded the move, others vocally disapproved. Officials gave the United Daughters of the Confederacy until October 1st to remove that statue. The county plans to declare the statue public trespass if it's still standing by that date, which would allow the county to remove it. Authorities released new information about a former Lincolnton High School principal accused of having sexual relations with students. You see him right here. This is his mugshot. Tony Worley is his name. Now, a judge had previously sealed the 8 search warrants that reveal more victims. The warrants are for several email accounts that police believe Worley used. Police want to see his GPS locations, passwords, and transcripts of his emails. One of the emails is Worley's school district issued account. Investigators arrested Worley back in June, but he is out on bond and no longer works for the district. His attorney said he is not commenting on the case. Investigators are currently encouraging any victims to come forward. An update now to a story that we brought you earlier this week. Today, Alamance County NAACP plans to hold a news conference about the allegations against a high-profile state NAACP member. A woman says Reverend Curtis Gatewood sexually harassed her 2 years ago.
I felt someone's breath on my neck, and then I felt him press his penis against my buttocks.
In a press conference Wednesday, Jasmine Childs accused Gatewood of sexually assaulting her during a colleague's birthday party back in 2017. Childs filed a complaint with the NAACP, which launched an independent investigation that found Gatewood violated the chapter's sexual harassment policy on 2 occasions. Gatewood resigned but remained active with the civil rights organization. He even ran for state NAACP president. Childs says her decision to speak publicly was difficult, but she did it for other women.
I also stand here to demand that the National NAACP expel Reverend Gatewood for proven sexual harassment and sexual assault. To the many other victims of Reverend Curtis Gatewood and his sexual violence who are scared to come forward, I stand for you today, and I'm sorry for all of the pain that he has caused you.
Yes. Yeah. Gatewood will remain under suspension until the chapter concludes a second investigation into Child's allegations. Tune in to Spectrum News throughout the day for details on today's comments from the Alamance County NAACP. The whistleblower who brought forth a report detailing a phone call between President Donald Trump and Ukraine's president wants to testify before Congress. Attorneys from both sides are talking but haven't set a date. The acting director of National Intelligence, Joseph McGuire, testified before lawmakers yesterday answering questions about the whistleblower's complaint.
The determination on credible was made by the IC Inspector General. He made the determination that it is credible, and he also made the determination of urgent concern.
The July phone call between President Trump and Ukraine's president is a key part of that report. It claims the president used his power to, quote, solicit interference from a foreign country. That was for the 2020 election by pressuring Ukraine to dig up dirt on Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden and his son. That report also flags the president's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, and Attorney General William Barr. Experts say the impeachment inquiry against President Donald Trump might cost him North Carolina next year. President Trump won North Carolina by fewer than 200,000 votes in 2016. Political scientists predict impeachment is more likely to mobilize the president's opponents than supporters. The president's approval and disapproval ratings have held steady. They say it all depends on how Democrats frame the issue.
Now, whether the Senate chooses to do anything, I think is a whole nother political dimension. But for Democrats in the House, they have to be focused on we are upholding our constitutional duty and perhaps not make it about the president or personalities per se.
Experts say Senator Tom Tillis's political fate will likely depend on what happens to President Trump. Elon University is monitoring 2 more potential cases of mumps. The school confirmed 1 student with the disease earlier this week. Now another student and a graduate faculty member have symptoms consistent with mumps, but the university has not received official confirmation. The university reached out to everyone on campus who was in contact with the first patient and offered them a booster of the MMR vaccine. That would not stop them from developing mumps if they're already exposed, but would protect them in the future. Wake Forest University hit the bricks to beat cancer. The students and staff ran around Hearn Plaza all day yesterday, competing for the most laps over 8 hours and who could raise the most money for cancer research.
It's number 1, raising money for cancer research and benefiting the Brian Piccolo Cancer Fund, and 2, coming together as a community. There's students, undergrad, graduate school, faculty and staff teams that all come together on this day in spirit of the Brian Piccolo Cancer Research Fund. And so I think that's something that's really unique about this at Wake Forest.
The Cancer Research Fund honors former Wake Forest football player Brian Piccolo, who died of cancer back in 1970 at just 26 years old. Filmmakers turned his story into a movie called Brian's Song. Time now is 8:41. We want to bring in Ariella, but we also want to bring in some dogs.
How cool.
Yes.
This is just making my Friday between pizza and garlic knots and now dogs, live dogs.
Yes, let's see the video.
Okay.
Dogs are in our newsroom. We're here in the studio, but take a look at this. This is live video from our newsroom. Someone from Spectrum brought these in, and oh, they're so cute. The newsroom just stops when dogs come in.
Right, like we've got a job to do here, people, but they're so sweet, and there's so much research that dogs make people happier and that they're so good in a work environment. Oh, look at that little mushy face. I love them so much. It makes me miss Bogey.
Oh, they are so cute. Yeah, but you're right. They just bring a smile to everyone's face. A good way to start Friday. Dogs in the newsroom.
Gosh. I vote we start every Friday this way. Who's in? Hands up. Just me?
Yep,
oh, that's
sorry.
2.
I didn't know I was going to be on camera, but yes.
So, you know, from the dogs of you, I'm sure a lot of people watching have their own dogs they're petting right now this morning, maybe sitting on the couch watching some news. If you're heading out here in the next couple minutes for a dog walk, well, get ready because it's already very warm this morning. 69 is the current temperature. Grab the sunglasses, plenty of sunshine to start the day. It's slightly muggy, but my recommendation is to get out now or wait until later this evening because it's going to be a very warm day again. 73 by 10, 76 by 11, 78 by 12, and by the time we get to 1 o'clock, 80, a high today of around 86. So it will be another very warm afternoon for your fur babies and also your real babies if you've got kids in school. After school forecast, 84 by 4 o'clock, 85 at 5. Back to 84 by 6 and then 81 by 7 o'clock. The sun sets tonight at 7:10. A great night for Friday night high school football. No need for a jacket or really anything to keep you warm because it will be warm enough. Down to only 68 tonight and then 88 for tomorrow afternoon. Record heat potentially as we head into Sunday. The record for that day is 90 and we're already forecasting a high of 91. So get ready for some hot weather. Also slight storm and rain chances return. Consider yourself lucky if you get some rain over the next couple days because rain will be pretty limited. Coming up in the 7-day forecast, we take a look into October and what kind of temperatures we are expecting for the first few days of the new month. We'll have a closer look at 8:51.
We'll check in then. It is 8:44 right now. Do you find yourself overindulging following an intense workout? Find out why a new study is saying that too much exercise could lead to some bad decisions. And big news for football fans. Super Bowl sponsor Pepsi announced who is taking the stage for this season's Super Bowl. Stick around to find out what stars are performing and what city is hosting the event. By the way, there's one of your clues as to who is performing. Pretty big clue. Let's take you live to Carolina Beach right now for a nice live look there at the beach. People heading down to spend a nice Friday at the ocean. We'll be right back after this.